Stories from the Overemployed. I made a post here 3 months ago about wanting to OE. I've been doing it for over a month now. Making this much money feels unreal and I can't believe I didn't do it sooner if anything. For reference, take home after tax on 80K was around $4,174 a month and now I'm suddenly taking home $10,666. After all my expenses, I have around $7,000 left over. I took a trip to Japan. Life has been insane, lol. I was getting paid while I was having the best time there. At J1, I hardly do any work and it's been like that for months, so it's super easy. I'm also super close with the boss. J2 is also remote and I actually have to do work, but it's not that bad. I don't think I'll ever stop OEing now. Just wanted to share an update. Definitely enjoy yourself, but remember not to count your chickens before they hatch. If you've only been OE for a month, thinking of 210K is premature. One of your JS could do layoffs, restructure, or otherwise change your workload. IMO thinking of it on the monthly income basis, which you're already doing, is better. That's why he's OE. I used to work a job making 70K as a dev, working 5 hours a week. That's why he OEs. I currently make 3x as much but work 10 to 12 times hours than previously. If I wasn't career ambitious, I'd work 3 entry dev jobs doing minimal instead of my own. How are y'all finding these jobs? The market is so bad right now, it's impossible. What kinds of jobs are they and how much involvement and skill levels are required? Both jobs ironically are full-stack developer roles. J1 requires knowledge of AWS and building flexible web experiences in PHP, React, and databases. At most, I work like 2 to 3 hours a day and sometimes I just don't do any work at all. It's super easy. Best job ever. J2 works with Angular primarily and so far the company has a custom application that I work on. Note that I did not know much Angular before starting and they knew this, but they were impressed with all my other skills. Also I am setting up UIs, etc. It feels like J1 but I haven't been here that long, so maybe after a few months I will be more autopilot. There is a team of 6 developers whereas J1 it's me managing 2. Definitely working much more normal hours so far as I am still learning. Both jobs had 5+ years of web dev experience listed as a requirement. I am also an Angular developer, so that's really interesting to hear. How did you go about finding these jobs? Because I am really struggling right now. The market is in a tough place, and there seems to be a lot more open React positions out there, which I know nothing about. To be fair, deliberately applying for slightly underpaid jobs at shitty companies, and then knocking them off in a handful of hours a week, is kind of an OE tactic. Less chance they'll be audited or that the management will even know what to look for or how much work an employee should be doing to achieve goals. I know I'd rather have 2 $75,000 jobs that only needed 10 hours a week each than a single $95,000 job that was full on all the time. Seriously. This OE won't be around on this scale forever, and you don't want to grow into the entirety of your new salary. Put as much as you can into retirement and index funds now, and reap the benefits later. Genuinely curious, why do you think it won't be around on this scale forever? Just cautious pessimism that a lot of companies and workplaces are attempting to get people back in person. I think sadly the golden days of nearly every single white-collar worker being remote may be in the past. Personally, I am in healthcare, telemedicine, and I am worried they will try to get me back in person in the next few years. My goal is to amass enough investments to live off passive income so I can flip them the finger if my job ever mandates in person. I need to look into more about investing. Embarrassing to say, but I don't know much regarding the topic. I'll research. Most important advice you will get here. Live frugally now so you can retire yourself early and never think about working again. I didn't either when I started OE, moved 1 year J1 salary into yield max ETFs and will hopefully make $75,000 per year off that in perpetuity. Stacking high yield bags from here on out. My suggestion, open a Fidelity cash management and brokerage account. Direct deposit J1 into the cash management account, J2 into the brokerage, will be easier to produce paperwork for financing later by leaving out the cash management account, for example. From there, your core position will earn nearly 5%, and you can move money into ETFs that earn 10% plus. JEPQ is one of the more solid ones, or you can be crazy like me and shoot for 50% earnings on synthetic covered call ETFs. I'm currently holding 40% NVDY, 40% KLIP, and 20% TSLY, which is an extra $5,000 per month on top of salary. On track to make an extra $33,000 this year due to starting late, dividends and capital gains from day trading. Next year's forecasted to bring in about $385,000 total comp with the above strategy. Nothing lasts forever though. This is what I want for my future. LOL. I wish I had the lives of you people, man. Degree less here. I'll never become an OE. I wish I had a mentor or guide. Been poor most of my life. I don't have a degree. Not to brag, but I make more at each of my J's than OP makes with 2. You don't need a degree. It makes shit harder, but you can succeed in IT without one. I'm pretty sure with hard work you can succeed as a SWE2 without one, but I'm not one so can't speak to that. There is so much information at the palm of your hands with just Google. Then add AI to the mix and there are a bunch of tools to help with problem solving. Being intelligent helps. You may have to start at the help desk, which is not OE friendly, but if you're willing to put in work and learn non-hamster IT skills you can work your way up from there.